gamers and gearheads? Brittality here to bring you yet another episode of the Road to Hypefestation Summer Jam. With us today, we have vXc, we have Casp and Subzero. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Alright, so Subzero, we'll start with you first on this one. Tell the people a little bit about your Gears history so we can get to know you a little bit better.
I started playing Gears from Gears 1, and then obviously up until Gal Judgment, and then I quit after, that game was horrible. Then I obviously got back into Gears 3, but I started competing towards, I think it was the last season that Gears 1 was on the MLG circuit. I went to 2 events and got top 32 both of those events, and then that pretty much hooked me. I couldn't compete for full seasons yet because I was still in high school. I didn't have enough money. And then I competed full-time on the circuit for Gears 2, and I got to my pro twice and competed the entire 2009 season.
Cool. How about you, Cass?
I played Gears 1 just casually because I was still in middle school. I didn't really find out about MLG until Columbus of 09 during Gal 2. And unfortunately, my first event was MLG Orlando 2010, where I placed 25th. So that's where my whole little Gears career started.
Cool. Now, obviously, you guys, or Subzero, you've had some changes to the team a little bit here since Hype 3. Where are the other members? Where are they gone?
For Hype 3, I was teaming with Slim, Shweddy, and Dread, and it was pretty much just a mutual thing, to be honest with you. Me and Dread just kind of we just clashed a little bit, and they just decided, hey, we're just gonna stay together because they're all really good friends. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of, at the event, I had told Chubbs that I definitely want to team with him again because I used to team with Chubbs. I met Chubbs in a ranked match in Gears 1, and I've known him since 2006.
Oh, cool.
So me and him were kind of talking about the possibilities of teaming at Hype 3. So it kind of was just a mutual thing. I just kind of went my own way, and they wanted to start their own thing. So
yeah. All right, Casp. So you're no longer playing with Blaze and IBN. What actually happened with that team?
To be honest, I really don't know. After Hype 3, we all just decided to part ways. Blaze actually went to go play with Sub-Zero's former teammates from Hype 3. Bobby went to go play with his friends, and then Wes went to go play with his friends. So overall, I think it turned out much better. We were a decent team, but it would take too long just to actually build up to where we needed to be to actually compete for the top spot.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with the decision. Even though I wouldn't mind playing with Blaze again. Blaze is one of the funniest people who I've ever played with. He's a cool guy. I like Bobby too.
Yeah.
So.
Now, Subzero, what does vXc stand for?
Well, it's pretty much it's kind of troll, but back in Gears 1, vXc, we had multiple teams for multiple games. We were almost like BBB, but not as big. Mm-hmm. We had a guy on our team named Mufasa, who Chubbs, if he was in here, he would be laughing right now. But we actually came up with the tag because we just thought it looked cool. And then one day he gets on and he's like, it stands for Vicious Xylophone Cat. So ever since then, that's why I favorite anything with a cat picture on Twitter. And I pretty much just troll everybody with the whole cat thing. So.
Cool. Now, what would you, Subzero, have changed at Hype 3 for you guys to secure a top spot? You got in that top 8. What would you have changed?
Well, we were kind of some of it had to do with our situation. I went to Disney World for a week right before the event, so that kind of hurt our team continuity headed in. But I'd say what buried us at the event was the strat calling was not good, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay. So what is your guys' main focus or goal for Summer Jam?
Main focus is really to win. Right now, our main focus is just team building. We have to build a chemistry since we just started playing together. Well, I was added to the group, last Thursday? Mm-hmm. And so with the addition of me, we just got to get our chemistry up. And just once that happens, we're all pretty solid players. So once that happens, I'm pretty sure it'll be a lot easier than where we're at right now to compete for that top spot.
We have the gun skill, and we have the we have the ability to break into the top 3 easily. The thing that we're struggling with right now is we have to get consistent practice in. Like, we definitely underperformed for this qualifier. Like, we won our first match, then we lost our next 2 against Doom and Legacy, who did qualify. And we know we didn't play our best. And what's happened with us is we'll play on a Thursday, and then we'll have 5 days off till we play again. So any of the progress we made, it feels like we take a step forward and then we take a step back. So we just have to get some consistent practice down, and once we get that team cohesiveness together, I feel like we can compete with anybody that's in Gears of War 3 right now.
Now, Subzero, I know this probably affects you the most because you've been putting the work in on the forums, but what do you guys think about all these team changes that are happening?
It's Gears. I mean, that's really all it is. It's not really even just Gears. It happens in almost any game that doesn't have contracted players like Call of Duty. The top teams, all they do is rotate players out. So, I mean, it's nothing out of the normal. It's just since we're all so deep into the Gears community, and Halo's kind of dead right now, we're not seeing anything else except Gears, with a bunch of team changes and people just going back to where they started and this, that, and the other.
You have to make a change when a change is necessary, but what's going on with, like, Mental's team is just borderline, like, an abomination. I mean, these kids are switching their minds from Call of Duty to Gears, then they switch up a teammate. It's just out of control. I mean, team changes is one thing after an event. Like, if you go to an event and you have a goal and you don't reach that goal, I can understand trying to upgrade your roster, but just changing your roster for no reason is it's getting out of control, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, Subzero, do you think this is going to hurt or help your chances at Summer Jam with all these team changes?
Personally, I think it helps us because we are a newer, like, between me, Chubbs, and Void, I mean, we've been together for a few weeks, but we are a new formed team. So I think it kind of levels the playing field. I think anyone can agree with me that doesn't have an ego that Synergy is kind of like on top, and they're, everyone's trying to get where they're at, and I think everyone's shuffling rosters. It's gonna be tough to beat Synergy, but then again, it levels the playing field for us to crack into that top 3.
Awesome. Well, guys, I really appreciate you being here and letting me do this interview. I look forward to seeing what you guys can do and what VXC can do at Summer Jam.
Okay.
Thanks for having us.
For letting us be in here.